Greetings, folks, and welcome to Vinyl Therapy Sessions, the Hot Toys Cosbaby versus Funko Pop edition. Who did it better? I am your host, Coco Smooth, and today, well, as you can see, I'm comparing and contrasting two of my favorite things right now to collect. Uh, One being the Funko Pop versions of Star Wars figs, and the Hot Toys Cosbaby version of uh, Star Wars figs, right? So let's begin, shall we? Okay, pros and cons. Obviously, Funko Pop has their sometimes no mouth, aesthetic going on, right? That's their mo, right? Uniformly, all with the same kind of head and face. Well, of course, give it with the mask and stuff. And the detailing on these things are pretty good, right? Let's okay, sorry about that. Like, come on, focus, focus, focus. There you go. The detail on this thing is pretty pretty good, right? See? In detail. And the rocket pack, pretty good detail, right? Let's compare that with the Hot Toys Cosbaby Boba Fett now, all right? So the gun, I guess it's hit or miss, right? Like some people will like this aesthetic versus this more kind of detailed aesthetic, right? The gloves, gauntlets, the boots. The boots, yeah, look like it's more accurate. Might be actually more accurate on the pop than it does on. Well, no, I don't know. I'm kind of confused. Was Boba Fett's boots all brown? Yeah, this is weird. This is different. If I remember correctly, he was wearing all brown boots, so this might not be as accurate, but still, this looks good. Um, the bandolier, the bandolier, the belt, obviously more detailed on the pop, kind of ish. But to be fair, this thing is meant to be more on the cute end of things. And look, it's more worn. It's got more weathering on the armor versus this one. There's not as much weathering. So I guess in a way, pop wins that way when you look at it. If you're looking at it from that perspective aesthetically, and the rocket pack, while very similar, there's a lot more detail on this than over here, as you guys can see, right, with silvers and even the line jobs, right, the line work, yeah, completely different. And even the helmet's kind of uh yeah. Let's look at the side profile. Yeah, I wish I had a real life Boba Fett to see which one's more accurate. Either way, I'm not gonna lose sleep over that. I mean, either way, both of these look good to me, right? In their own way. Um, if I had to choose just one, oh, that's a tough. That's it's tough to pick. Real hard to pick, really. But I think pops win only because I've already got like a bigger collection of pops. But either way, I'm glad I have both, and no shade on the cost baby stuff. It's just I've been more of I've started off on pop longer, but I'm still going to continue to buy these now. Obviously, this is where it gets kind of controversial, right? Like it's hard, they're obviously differently posed, right? But As far as theme goes, this rifle is not too bad looking, at least on the Cosbaby, right? While hers is, well, yeah. You see, not too bad, right? I know it's focus. There you go. Detailing on that is not too bad, right? Even on their uniform stuff and their braids. Their braids are what's up. There's a lot more going on in the pop one than this one, but either way, they work. This one's out of the mouth, but the problem and the scar, they both got scar, right? But the problem is like not really a problem, because if pop faces all look like this, well, Cosbaby faces all look like this. Sadly, like they all, I don't really. Uh, it's hard for me to distinguish who's who, except for I guess the way they paint stuff. But other than that, the head, the face is almost universally the same across the board, right? Um, yeah, the braids on this one's kind of cool. Look at the back here. The braids on both of them are pretty good. It's just different aesthetics, really. And for me, I'll continue to do both, just because again, I like different interpretations of stuff. It's kind of like I don't know if you ever, for the people who were raised in the '90s, taggers. Not all taggers are the same, even though they're similar. They all got, you know, different ways about them, and this is how I kind of feel like this is like your favorite taggers, and while they're both very good and trying to interpret some, one thing, the same thing. I mean, uh, it just looks good in its own way, right? So yeah, it's hard for me to choose which one did it better in this case, um, because the idea is to make this one look like a baby, right? Since hence Cos Baby, and Funko Pops are just like evolved uh, bobbleheads, really, with the chibi looks, all chibi, all day. Um, so I don't know how, what do you guys think, guys? I mean, for me, the paint here is kind of better, right, than the one of the over here for Pop. Which is to be expected given the price point of a 40 20 this one's a more of a $20-$30 fig, while this is more of a $10-$12 fig. Both bobbleheads, but this one has more bobble to it. To be honest, I don't want anything to bobble. I would rather they just stand still, but that's just me. And their stands, the real cool thing about these is at least the stands say their names here. Well, this is just universally Star Wars, right? But yeah, I don't, and okay, well, I guess we could do the packaging. The packaging here, what makes Pops awesome is the universal packaging, and they find a way to fit all of these in a 4-inch thing. These, on the other hand, they can vary in size, and it could be a headache. Like it's to display in package, not as cool in package, in my opinion, as Pops are. But when they're out in display, oh man, these are both winning, in my opinion, guys. I feel like a winner having both. Um, but you all decide. I hope that they do a Mando with a sword popped. I mean, well, they already did. I have it, but Mando with the dark saber in the Cos Baby version, so I could do a Cos Baby version versus Pop version of Mando with dark saber, if they ever did. Anyways, folks, this is all I got for this segment of Final Therapy Sessions. Who did it better, Hot Toys or Funko? I'm your host, Coco Smooth, and until next video, ciao.